this video is fuck cancel culture, and nothing is inappropriate to talk about. To talk about. Simply talking about speech and words. Nothing is inappropriate to talk about, speak about, and joke about. Let me begin by saying I love everybody. I'm a very accepting, friendly, nice guy that's accepting of everybody and loves everybody. And I'm not a mean guy. I would never go out of my way to be insensitive or mean to anyone. Shit like this. I'm very accepting and loving of all types of people. I've always had and have friends that were quote unquote nerds and LGBTs. I love all of them, right? But when it comes to the word inappropriate, like guys who go along with that, that mindset of like, oh, that's inappropriate, right? Like a joke you made or something you talked about is inappropriate to talk about in public or make a joke about. To quote the late Patrice O'Neill, inappropriate is such a vaginal term. Normally straight guys, in our heart, in our gut, in our heart, in our mind and soul, we really don't feel that anything is inappropriate to talk about or joke about. We've just been conditioned and brainwashed by society and by the media and to self-police ourselves and to go along with this mindset of like, oh, things are inappropriate to talk about in public or joke about. Like people have different styles, The more like, let's say, not cool nerds. Cool nerds are cool nerds. To get more specific, let's make that distinction. PC, like uber PC nerds and corny nerds that go along with the inappropriate mindset and all that. We have people have different styles. The PC corny type nerd, not the cool nerd, PC corny type nerd. Their style would be like to make small talk with a girl for like a year and a half before to make small talk, infinite small talk with a girl for a year and a half, maybe even 2, 3, 5 years before they even get to hold hands or something like that, right? And maybe not even then, like nothing will still go down. Still nothing will go down, and they just made small talk this whole long ass period of time for no reason, right? And bottom things and bottom things and more small talk, BS. Buy her more stuff, and then still maybe nothing might go down, right? But let's say they hold hands eventually. That's their style, right? Which is fine, right? Everybody has their own style. Is there someone right behind me? Someone like me or other not even me, like other people, other guys who have a different style, who are used to girls finding them attractive, like who are used to girls finding them attractive, and they don't you have to try hard or do that much or anything, and girls just are all over them and find them attractive, and they don't even try, right? That has happened to me, not all the time, but sometimes, right? And you have a different style. There's other guys that are like, oh shit, I look at them, oh shit, like this motherfucker doesn't try at all, this is fucking, they're all over it. And I'm kind of that way, we have different styles, but people that go along with that shit, right? Like, fun out of everything and take the fun out of everything and ruin the fun for everybody else. Like, we have different styles. I guess it ended up not even being about fun. Guys out there that are used to that, or even me that's like but also I'm different in that I'm also a targeted individual, right? But I never asked my friend. I did ask him one time about that. If he was in a conspiracy also. Like, asking about targeted individuals, the subject of targeted individuals. I was like, telling him stuff that I had gone through. Yes, people are bringing up very specific things about you that only you would know. Very specific, private things that you said or did something that only you would know. Or and then after that, real specific killer of you. Actually, yeah, it's almost like my every single move is watched. And I don't know, he might have just been saying that because he's in the program, he's in the code, gang stalking thing that is connected to MTL and different tie-outs like government tie-outs and military tie-outs and forcing folks that conform against you in Ecuador. He said that right now, like if he's saying that because he knows that's what I'm into and he's trying to like get on their side or if he's on their side, then maybe I doubt it, but because it's very rare that two TIs will meet each other in person. Usually they have us real spread out so that we'll never meet, right? It sounds like saying, oh, maybe he's just saying that so that he won't get discovered, but he's actually in the program. And it's doubly different for me. Sometimes conventional things don't really apply to me because I know I'm a TI, right? But it's like, well, maybe instead I'm a TI and people are just gonna fuck shit up for me always, right? I'm like, I used to get to the point where I was like, is that gonna happen all the time? Like, they're always gonna step in and fuck it up for me and sabotage it for me and fuck it up for me. So I was like starting to think like, well, maybe I should just get with the idea that whatever, you know, be a Freemason. Probably be a Freemason or in the cult or in the gang thing. Might as well just get with the idea, right? I had a girl talk about it. Very, very Freemasonic, very dark side. Like, but she would put up this front of like really, really nice, even Christian front. And I'm like, I'm not really buying into this. Like, I can read lines and energy. Sometimes you pick up certain things that people will say to you will pick up the way or like they'll say something in your head and like it'll really fuck with your head at what's it called? You'll feel like wow, like triggered by it, right? Oh yeah. I think yeah, like I never bought it. Oh yeah. And then they'll give you this look sometimes like, holy shit, he knows. They'll look at me like, holy shit, he knows exactly what's going on. He knows all of it, but they can't really tell you. Like, they kind of give you that look in the tree. All of a sudden, the bus gets fucking canceled. Like, the bus ride gets canceled, and the bus driver looks at Truman like, he looks at him like, shit. I know you know what's going on, but I can't really tell you or help you out. Or he's kind of like just sorry, I can't tell you what's going on, and I can't help you either. Right? People will look at you like that, like damn, he knows exactly what's going on, and they're like, well, yeah, he knows, but I'm not supposed to tell him anything or ever help him out, really. shit just ended up having nothing to do with cancel culture and any questions? Yeah, so and I used to think cancel culture was just a thing that only happened like in isolated incidents that it's really rare, like it's not even really going on that much, like somewhere in Hollywood or really rare incidents that media blows up to make it seem like it's happening all the time. But it really does kind of happen. Like people get so psychotic that they'll try to figure out where you live, what the fuck did you, or they'll try to figure out where you work to try to go get you fired and shit. That's why you have to be careful, right? You have to be really careful. Any questions? Yeah, but hopefully it works out in the end and the thing dies down. I don't know if it dies and let the renegades back in. I think they're slowly letting them back in, but yeah, they say that Freemasons a lot of times will they'll put up a cloak, they'll put on a cloak or a front of Christianity or of philanthropy. They'll do something real. They'll be attached to something, philanthropy or Christianity to try to cloak what's really going on, which is something. I got from this one girl, right? I'm like, she seemed a lot of Freemasonic things or whatever, like, and a scary sort of occult vibe or whatever. But she would put on her front Christianity, which I never really bought into, right? Because I told her, I remember getting into big talk immediately, right? First time meeting, I was like, do you believe in God? And do you believe in good and evil exists and all this? And I would tell her, I'm not telling them like, oh, I like a lot of Christian values and I follow a lot of Christian values and things, right? Yeah, maybe you might tell me I'm dumb, wrong in this thinking that nothing is inappropriate to talk about or joke about out in public. If guys are honest with themselves in their heart and soul. I was hoping there would be crazy ass comments like last time. There was like, that's gonna be my new thing. No matter how weird or fucking the comments are, that seems to be who likes you. I think that's the only people I like. Is savages, trolls, and renegades. The savage trolls and renegades. And I have a lot of black. And also, I want to say, believe in equality. I believe in equality. I believe that women should be treated exactly the same as men. And I believe in like I'm into equality like that. I believe I believe in that shit. Like that women should buy me stuff. Like that women should buy me stuff. Or that they're just as capable as us. I really believe that. Like they should be treated exactly the same. You wouldn't treat a male friend. You wouldn't treat a female friend exactly as you would treat a male friend. You know, a good example of that is Scary Movie when the guy is trying to be friends with Cindy, and he treats her like if he would have got a real male friend. It's really fucking hilarious. You wouldn't really do that, but I believe in equality. Even though there is that meme that I think is fantastic and hilarious, like that meme that's like me waiting for a strong, empowered woman to approach me, and you're just dead. You're just a dead skeleton over there. Even though I thought that meme was funny, right? Because it's kind of like we're talking about equality, like they should be treated exactly the same, and I really believe they should be treated exactly the same, and I do believe that they're just as capable, if not even more. I believe that. This is long as hell. I'm gonna keep talking until I run out of shit to say. I might as well get with the idea, right? Whatever girl I meet is probably going to be a Freemason or someone who's in that cult, in the gang stock program. Just to kind of accept it or whatever. Or if it's not already a planted agent, like if that's not already a plant, or an agent, she'll be turned into that. She'll be co-opted and turned into that. But it's really, like you gotta go get the targeted individual, which is me, right? Clean this shit up. Any questions? The topic is fuck cancel culture. Is anything really inappropriate to talk about or joke about? Nothing. And I want to say, I've noticed that whenever AI is so smart, that whenever I break into some racist type shit, it fucks up the sound completely, and interrupts it, and just ruins the sound so nothing is audible. We don't mean that's NASA. It's and calculating up to must assume flat, non-rotating planet. You must assume that flat, non-rotating planet. It says that official NASA documents. And the fact that there's no real factual proof that they've ever been to the moon. There's no factual proof. There's no real photos, videos of the Earth from space. They're all CGI. They're all computer-generated images, and NASA admits that. And even Don Pettit, a NASA scientist, admits that. There's a video of him admitting, like, we destroyed the technology and can't go back to it never again. Like, we don't have that technology anymore. And even Buzz Aldrin, this is a big one. Buzz Aldrin, one of the first astronauts that really wanted to, was asked by a little girl asked him, how come we haven't been to the moon in a long time? And his answer was like, short, he was like, we didn't go there. That's the way it happened. The end of the universe. We didn't go there. That's the way it happened. People were saying he was drunk. in that interview, which makes it even more truthful and honest. And he's had other moments like that where he admitted more proof that they wouldn't be. And Neil admitting that no, NASA recently admitted. But look at this video. NASA admits that no human has ever actually left the Earth's atmosphere. They're like, whoa, we're redefining what space actually means. Or it actually means everything under the Earth's atmosphere. Never humans never left the Earth's atmosphere. Like space, we're redefining what it means. It's like right here, like inside the Van Halen belt, like the firmament, as a lot of us call it, the firmament. No humans ever left. They're like, oh my shit, man, like, this is mainstream science. This lady's quoting that. And even if you watch the level, flat Earth film, and the next level, they show footage of what actually happens when a rocket goes up. Keeps going up. They hit a barrier that's like impenetrable, and the rocket starts dragging through, like not being able to penetrate the barrier, and it looks very watery. Around it looks watery, like the rocket is being dragged through water. level, ladder film, the next level, or level with me that just came out. They explain all these things with irrefutable facts. And one guy ended up saying, like, well, if it's really a spinning ball, right? If it's really a spinning ball, and people are upside down somehow, wouldn't they be able to get one of their satellites? One of the satellites to zoom in on someone looking like they're upside down. You know, in Australia, if the Earth is supposedly spinning, gyrating, rotating, shooting, doing 4 different retarded motions at retarded speeds. Like they don't ever do that. There's no video, there's no photos, it's all CGI. And he's like, well, and that one really killed, right? I was like, well, why don't they just do that? Someone is upside down in Australia. But they'll never do it because they can't, right? They can't. At the very least, we're not moving. Why the constellations never move or change in distance. They're always in the same spot, in the same coordinate, same size, same distance. And also Polaris is always right in the same spot, same size, same distance, same coordinate, location, same spot. So at the very least, we're not moving. Right? And then you get into one of my things. One of my things is bring up that the Earth is spinning, gyrating, rotating. People will say, well, how come people don't fall off if they're upside down? Or water doesn't fall off? And then their answer is gravity, right? The magic force of gravity. The theory of gravity. And then my saying that came up with Earth, which is it holds this but not that, right? How come gravity holds infinite oceans, just way ridiculous amounts, right? And but it doesn't hold the gnat, a tiny little butterfly or a gnat or a bee can fly and swirl and defy gravity. But it holds from falling off the ball, right? Because you can't. And typically, you can't put water on the exterior of a ball have the ball spinning and when it doesn't, it stays perfectly still, like still waters. There's still lakes. It's scientifically impossible, right? So they'll say gravity, but holds this, not that. Not a tiny gnat, a bee, a tiny little butterfly that weighs almost nothing can fly like crazy. And I was like, does gravity have a mind of its own? Does it, it knows what to hold on to and what not to hold on to? So, there you go. I don't know. Any questions? I think I said it all. I said it all. Oh yeah, and that Neil deGrasse Tyson, I mean, he's had crazy interviews where he's like, well, over time, since the force atmosphere pressure on the Earth, it's actually become flat in the middle and at the edge. So that force pressure and spinning, it's like it's become flattened out and wider at the edge, like a pizza kind of almost. And he's like, it's an oblate sphere. But he literally says pizza, right? Like he literally says it becomes flat over time, it becomes flat in the middle and at the edges of the pizza. Neil deGrasse Tyson, astrophysicist. Like, is that his way of like letting us know that that's what these people always do, right? They kind of just throw in the truth and move on, like no big deal. And he's also said like, oh, no humans see this over the Earth because most planes don't go high enough. And he said most planes go at 35,000 feet, right? And he said it's impossible to see it from that. And he also said, even at 128,000 feet, right? Like more than 4 times or whatever, right? The height that he still cannot see. And I'm like, holy shit. Hold on, let me get right. Did I just lose everybody? So yeah, I recommend some channels. Eric, he's a really smart guy, right? He's like the big conspiracy channel left on YouTube. Eric, Eddie Bravo is the one that really opened up my mind to this globe skepticism, and is based really what they're telling you is. I mean, level with me, like just destroyed, like holy shit, this factual. Like, somebody did like a private person did launched a rocket that would kept going up and up as far as possible. The GoPro camera attached to it, right? Unedited and uncut, no cuts, no edits, just recording. It went up and up and up, and you can hear it stopped, and you could hear it hit like some type of thunk, like some type of sound, like, and almost sounded watery, a barrier that could not penetrate. And that's what, and then they show footage of NASA and SpaceX things, right? When you see like some crazy fucking water color bluish thing or whatever, it's really the rockets hit the barrier, the firmament, as we call it, and it's not able to get past it. So yeah, it's upper space really, as they, I think. There are deep underground military bases, dumb military bases, caverns, deep underground. There's possibly huge lands and islands that no one knows about. Maybe like what the real North Pole is, I think. What the real North from maps. Or I heard that no one is allowed to go there actually. Like and get close and stand on it. Or supposedly that it's like impossible to stand on the North Pole because there's some big ass force there, like magnetic force or whatever. And some lady who I assume was a Freemason, right? She was telling me one time that she went and saw Mount Meru, right, or recorded it or something like that from a distance, and I was like, she must be a Freemason. Like, I heard that they don't let like just anybody go see that, and they don't let anybody just go deep into Antarctica. Yeah. And this lady said a funny thing that stuck in my mind. Well, I didn't know at the time, right? I was like, oh, really? Oh, wow. And then later on, I thought, researching more into this subject, I was like, oh, they're all saying they don't let you go to the North Pole and shit like that. Or they don't let you get close even. Or she was saying one time, which I thought was funny, stuck in my mind. She was like, "You're likable as a person, but not your artwork, right? Not your artwork, or something like that." She was like, "You're really likable as a person, but your art not so much." And I was like, "Oh, that's nice, you know. It's not. I never take offense to anything, right? I'm like, oh, I appreciate people's honest opinions." It's not, you know, because I know I'm not for everybody, right? I know. Usually, who really likes me is like savages, trolls, gades, or a combination of all three. Yeah, I'm really nice. Let me just put myself over. I'm really a really nice, humble, friendly, accepting, and love all types of LGBTs. I have always had friends and stuff, right? Friends that are quote unquote nerds and all this. Yeah. And one time I was talking about this other whole nice. I don't know why I was bringing it. I was like, oh, you know, attend Christian church, and you know, help out these. I talk to everybody the same. Like some old lady. Everything has value in my eyes. That's why I talk to everybody. I talk to the president of a company the same as I would like the janitor, the same as a homeless person. I would talk to them the same as like the dean, the most famous, cool. Let me get ready. I can Hey, you really told me that's how I am right now. Like I had to talk to and treat everybody the same. A hot chick, I'll talk to the same as like a homeless person or a street person. I would talk to them the president or the coolest, most popular person. I treat everyone the same because every human being has value in my eyes. And shit. And I'm like, oh, I love animals and species. And I attend a lot of Christian teachings and I watch an online on Christian church. Right? I love what they teach and shit. And he's telling me like, oh, you should talk about it in front of everybody, right? Talk about it in front of everyone, right? Because I guess I was telling him probably like, oh, people get the wrong idea of me sometimes. And he told me you should bring that stuff up in front of everyone. And I was like, my defensive thinking at the time, which might have been dumb of me, right? My defensive thinking at the time was like, why should I have to do that, right? Like somebody else has to go out doing like PR like this, right? PR. Oh, my defensive thinking might have been dumb, right? Like I was like, why should I have to do that to prove that I'm a nice guy? Like, and now I'm really even more like, oh, man. I'm like, really like if you can't see that I'm actually like a nice guy, really actually humble, and oh, it's like, oh, come on. In the words of the faded holy soldier, if you can't see that I'm actually a nice guy and humble and all, and just like suck it and die, right? It's just a joke, right? I don't mean it literally, it's just a joke. It's humor. Appropriate to talk about. Yeah, is anything you can talk about it? No, I'm just kidding. Is anything actually getting to like a deeper philosophical topic? Just the topic I was bringing up, they really it wasn't even that. It was really just like a philosophical question or thought. I used to think this shit is not real, right? Like will actually get scared and raped and like destroy you. It's actually kind of real. But I would never be. I don't have a mean spirit to me. I don't even force ever. Someone has to be. Someone has to be. I would rather just be friends with her. I've always. you know, more risque. And I think it might even be a simulation. Oh, yeah. Specific coincidences like this would happen over and over and over again. Coincidence, but it happens over really specific. There's something going on. There's some synchronistic thing going on that is unexplainable and unseen. But anyways, any questions? No? Your savage troll comments that you always leave? Any of those? No? All right, bye. Bye.